Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Let's Play Civ 6 Canada. Now, we just begun our first holy site over here. We are planning on settling another city, most likely this one. And we are sort of dancing with this spearman over here. We're also coming over here. Oh, we're going to be dancing with this guy too, aren't we? I tell you what. Yeah, we're not going to be tangling with him anytime soon, I don't think. Yeah, we're at the stage where there's a lot to do, but only so much time and resources. I don't know if any of these guys are priorities to try to get, but we'll see what happens when we got more envoys. Alright, send you over here. That's fine. We're going to keep looking around up here. We also discovered that we have Arabs and Zulu in our neighborhood. So it is something to be worried about and cautious of, you know. Speaking of which, yeah, we do have sailing coming up before long, and we probably should be worried about finding that equivalent naval policy, which is here, foreign trade. That might be our next option. In fact, I'm going to make it our next option. Finding a second continent might happen, or it might not, considering everything. And I don't know, I might let these guys just you know what I might do? Ooh. You know what? Yeah, let's hire a galley. That is immediately going to give us some safety. It will make these guys possibly become city-states sooner, which I'm actually becoming more and more okay with. I think that especially if they are our allies. Oh look, we did discover a second continent. We have been on Gondwana this whole time, and this new one is in North America. Very convenient of them to be there. Alright, we'll fight our way out of here, and then we'll worry about what's going on up there after. Yeah, I was expecting it to be some sort of like spearman or something, but no, it was a naval unit. Alright, we're going to make this guy full health before he ventures out. We will posture towards him, though. Sometimes the AI has a very rough time calculating the that this guy's shooting at him, and he might just sit there and take it until he dies. Alright, this is officially too much for him. So we're going to have to pull back. We could bring our warrior here. He's our only warrior, isn't he? That could be a problem. We could... Oh, look, someone got Hippolyta, didn't they? Yeah, and it's a Zulu, of all people. So, we're going to have to discover another hero if we're going to want a hero. So, after this settler goes by, I think we need to increase our military capacity by 1. If we want to keep exploring, we have to go this way. Ooh, very quiet. Oh no, he's in trouble. Okay, this could prove disastrous for our attempts to scout in this area, especially if he dies or is made to not exist in other ways. Well, I don't know what that would be. I don't know. That was a weird thing for me to say just now. I actually don't want to spend the money to buy this tile, so let's set him down here. Have him worry about that. Okay. He needs to go back here in order to be able to heal. I'm hoping I can still sneak him through somehow, but it seems a little unlikely. Oh, look, this bozo's back. We can attack him once more. Alright, only he can attack him right now, I believe. So we can actually step forward and take a shot on him. I think that would be okay. I mean, if this barbarian clan is allowed to live, this one certainly can't. Just because there is too much potential down here to let that be. Especially because I'm Canada. And we need cold frozen stuff. Alright. That boat went away, so we're going to go back to our capital, or to our city. Hang out and wait. Alright, he is being assaulted. I want to give him his promotion, but he needs to get far away from these guys before he can stand a chance. Oh yeah, and this is not a great situation. It's bad enough that I'm willing to buy a warrior to increase the city's defenses, but we'll have to wait another turn for the money to do that. But thankfully, we'll be able to buy enough time with this interaction here. But yeah, galleys can take out cities if they are allowed to continue in this way for too long. So we do have to worry about that, and also about overextending. Like we're playing a dangerous game by expanding so quickly, but I just think it's going to be worth it in the end. All right, we're going to improve this tile. All right, we're about to be able to have more housing. It sure is, Montezuma. Our treasury is filling up nicely. Thank you for noticing. Alright, and he didn't have the gumption to continue the attack. We've got pottery. That's pretty cool. And this guy's alone, so I'm not too worried about upgrading, even if it allows him to get a free hit, because he's the only one going to be here. So now we've boosted a bunch of stuff. Very good. And we are now starting to acquire horses, which is very, very good for us. I still want to finish with this configuration that we have. The rice is a bonus resource. We can just put a farm there. Okay, you fortify. That's fine. Alright, he is getting assaulted, but I don't think the other guy's coming. Oh, he's back, but he couldn't attack. Which is too bad for him, because he's getting more and more injured, and this guy is fully healed. And I think we can wipe out this galley. Very strong. Although he does have reinforcements, so we are going to have to pull back. We might be able to take him out over here. That's pretty cool. Alright, we got an intense showdown going on here, but our guy lives. Sadly, we are unlikely to see the 5, 6, even 7 promotion units that we had previously in our last Let's Play. The best we can hope for here is probably like 2 or 3. So we're going to give him strength versus naval units. That's going to make him a complete boss, or Hoss, or a Hoss boss. I really don't know the terminology, but he's going to be one or more of those things. Yeah, we can't watch this entire area at once. But I kind of want to early preserve, you know? I think that might be cool. Also, let's check to see if anyone else is working on a religion. Not yet, so we're still in very good position for this. But I imagine by the time that our holy site is finished, we'll have at least one or two other people that are on their way. Yeah, this guy is just dancing around, asking to be shot at. So we'll take pot shots at him with our slinger. We'll finish this guy off. We might actually be able to take him out just with the slinger once he's fully healed. We'll have to be a little bit cautious, though. Because I don't want to be needlessly risking units. Alright, so our city has done that. What we're going to do is rearrange to use this. That's 5 plus 5 when you combine them together, remember? So we're going to go for the 5s first. Then we're going to add the 4s. Then we're going to add one of the 3s. That is just what we're going to do. Alright, so we are going to send him out on his way. He is going to be going over here. And I'm hoping that's still not... Yeah, it's still fine when it comes to the level of loyalty. There's not really a problem. So... no point in moving him out. He can stay there. Seems that the Zulu are building up their military over here. We don't need God King anymore. We aren't building any new cities right now, so let's go for that for our economic policy, our production in all cities. That will enable us just to sort of generally get things faster. We are having a bit of a gold income here, so we have to think of how to use it. And we finally have our governor. Now make sure that we are not producing any temples, or monuments right now, rather. I went all the way back to Civ 3 with the temple being your first culture building there. But let's see. Saladin, he is... He has not joined a society yet. The Zulu have joined nothing. The Aztecs have joined Void Slingers. Now, we're going to get the Void Slingers right now. So we will hit the appoint button. We will grab that. And unless I'm much mistaken, we should be producing... it's going to have to roll over probably, but where is... Let's look at reports. Reports. Cities. See? Faith 4. And why is that? It's because we have an old god obelisk in the city. And that is not reflected in this right now, but it will change and update over time. So, yeah, let's march forward with our guy. Montezuma is very happy. Everyone else is indifferent because nobody else has a secret society yet. Let's go here. Oh, look. Oh, thank you, Zulu, for wiping them out. If they hadn't, it would have been really hard to get through here because we see that the mountains are treacherous and impassable. Okay. Now we have sailing, and we have the ability to make more naval units if we want. I think we're going to have to make one over here. But we might be able to delay that. Or maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, what are we going towards? I think irrigation is the obvious choice. Although, I think uncovering bronze working first might be good, because it's always nice to have iron and to know where iron is. So we're just going to do that first. Man, this mountain range is huge, and somebody's over here. Actually, that's the Zulu. I think, yeah, they're just all up in here. So definitely something we have to be tense about. Speaking of being tense, we can possibly buy another unit from these guys to have a galley on this body of water, although that's going to be not something we're going to be able to do immediately, because there is a 10-turn cooldown for stuff like that. So I do intend to let these guys develop, and the Aztecs might still try to come and kill them, but that's their problem. Anyway, up we go, and wow, this is just one big cul-de-sac over here, and I thought we were getting somewhere. So we're going to make the next turn our final turn of the episode. The Zulu declared war on Rome, so Rome is in our game, and the Zulu are fighting them. It's good to know. That's a quadrireme. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and found the city of St. John. Sure, why not? And you know what? We're going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and purchase our old god obelisk, because we just have that money. And now, speaking of purchasing, I want Holy Cider Preserve. I don't know. I think this guy can, on his own, deal with things just fine for now. So, it's been a very long time since I've done an early preserve. Usually it's something I want to wait until later to do. But we're going to go with an early preserve for now. And in this city, I think it behooves us to build another builder. And the reason is because we're going to have irrigation, we're going to have horses. These other cities will need development, so we might as well start on it now. I think there was another galley over here. I want to press back in that direction. Well, there's a galley down here, but he doesn't concern me so much just yet. Alright. What I want you to do is head up towards Toronto. We need to have that city be more defended. You are going to stay here for now. That's fine. And we'll have to skirt our way around the Zulu to learn anything else. However, that will be the end of this episode. I want to thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.